Obaseki will hold those responsible for those abandoned flood control projects accountable, Commissioner says. Can you imagine? So what is happening here? We know that flooding is a big problem in Edo State. And it has been a problem all the years. It was Shomole that came during his time as governor that tried to control that flooding. But since he left, nothing has changed. I tell you, we saw one picture of Monday Okpebholo, the APC governorship candidate, standing inside a pool of stagnant water in Jarwe, saying that look at the roads in Jarwe, Obaseki couldn't fix them. Everybody came for him that time, but nobody went for Obaseki, who has been in power for 8 years and not able to control the flood. And recently, last week, we saw a picture of flooding destroying the INEC office in Benin and destroying election materials and equipment and tools and machines. And the INEC National Chairman Mahmoud Yakubu has to visit Edo State to see the state of things, from where he promised that that will not deter them from running the governorship election come September 2024. And there are items that got destroyed that they can borrow them from neighboring states like Delta State. Okay, so the issue of flooding in Edo State is too much. And just like the general all other projects in Nigeria, I'm sure that if that project has been awarded, what is happening to it? Why is it abandoned? We need to know. Okay? And now the commissioner is saying that Obaseki will hold people responsible for that project accountable. Okay, but who are the people? And is there a project in place? And why is the project stalled? We need to know all of that. The Commissioner for Environment and Sustainability in Edo State, Joshua Omohodion, speaks with Ajibade Omakwe about the state's strategies to address flooding in Benin City. He also outlines the government's plans regarding abandoned flood control projects. So the interview goes thus. First question: what are your thoughts regarding the Niger Delta Renaissance Network's criticism of Senator Monday Okpebholo concerning the video showing a flooded segment of the government reservation area GRA in Benin City? Yes. So Senator Monday Okpebholo is currently serving as a senator representing the Edo Central Senatorial District, which at present is his primary responsibility. Secondly, he is the current governorship candidate for the All Progressive Congress APC in the forthcoming election. Now, without intending to denigrate Senator Okpebholo, I have his stance suggest. I believe his stance suggests an absence of meaningful tasks for him to engage in. The fact is that there are flood issues across the country, simply put. So the nation's greatest challenge has been the absence of comprehensive planning, both in physical and economic terms. Can you imagine? So this guy, Commissioner for Environment, Joshua, is not speaking to defend Obaseki's government. That's what I say here. And he continued, in a place like the GRA, for instance, you would find that some pockets of flood occur here and there. However, this is simply because the activities of residents and individuals in the area have impeded the movement of water. For instance, people have indiscriminately blocked certain areas meant for water to flow. Consequently, situations arise where, due to inadequate regulation in terms of building control, dating back to the 60s and 70s, the areas you see today were constructed at that time. So now the next question would be, why is the government not doing something about it? And he said, I can tell you for a fact that Obaseki's government has done so much in that direction. Even as I speak with you right now, if you come to the Jarwe in Benin City, you will find that the government is building drains everywhere. I understand the challenges of the flood. that is within the city. And incidentally, my ministry, which is the Ministry of Environment and Sustainability, has an agency under which we are responsible for caring for flood situations across the state. We have the Flood Erosion Watershed Management Agency. I speak to colleagues all the time. They are working. They are working. Now, wow. So, what I see here is that the Commissioner for Environment in Edo State is trying to defend his boss. Okay, in this interview, because of the flood going on in Benin, they say they are working. But why can't we see this work? Because of Obaseki has been there now for 8 years and the situation has not changed. The situation has not changed at all. Okay? And so, Commissioner Joshua continued, he said, so my take is that Okpebholo is just playing to the gallery. The problem we are discussing dates back decades, and Obaseki, as I speak with you today, is actively addressing the issues created by past APC government in the state. I recall that funds were allocated during the Oshomole administration, and the stormwater project was intended to alleviate some of these challenges. However, it was abandoned, and Governor Obaseki is currently working to rectify these issues. And forget about Monday Okpebholo's shenanigans and ask him to face his primary responsibility as a senator. Possibly, he should come out clearly to tell us what exactly he has for the people of Edo State. Going to stand in a flooded area to record a video is very low for him. For me, and most unfortunate, it is a situation that is obvious and Obaseki is attending to it. So in addressing individual activities that impede water flow, such as buildings in undesignated areas, has the government taken any action against those who have constructed buildings in inappropriate locations? That's another question. He said, yes, let me tell you what governor has done in that direction. To be candid with you, most of the actions you might be seeing to a large extent would naturally have social, economic, or sometimes political implications. So what Obaseki has done in recent times to ensure that there is enough understanding within the populace about the master plan for the city, the Benin City Master Plan. All right. So there are a lot of questions, and it's about this flooding issue in Edo State. Quite a very long story. I'm not able to finish everything, but what is happening here is that they said they will hold them responsible. Okay? So what he says that so what Obaseki is doing now as the governor is ensuring that those positives are built on in such a way that appropriately anyone who is found culpable not to have done their job will be made to answer for it. He is trying to build on the positives, but that does not negate the fact that he will ensure that at the end of the day, everybody is answerable for their responsibility. So I can assure you that if anyone is found wanting, at the end of the day, there's no way they will not be held accountable for their actions. Okay. So that's exactly what the Commissioner for Works is saying on behalf of Edo State government. The Commissioner for Environment for Edo State saying that Obaseki is doing the best and Okpebholo should go and find something better to do. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment.